லட்சக்கணக்கான ஆடியோ பாட்காஸ்ட்டை வாத்த ஆப்ல கேட்டு என்ஜாய் பண்ணுங்க. தமிழ் மற்றும் அதர் லாங்குவேஜஸ்லயும் உங்களோட பாட்காஸ்ட்டை வாத்த ஆப்ல பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணலாம். கீழே டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல இருக்கிற லிங்கை கிளிக் பண்ணி வாத்த ஆப்பை டவுன்லோட் பண்ணுங்க.
Hi, this is Tamanna. Like, share and subscribe to IndiaGlitz.
State-to-state borders, international borders, airlifting. What are the difficulties you faced while those are things?
You're dealing with human lives, the whole trust on you, and they're traveling back to their villages. A little bit of my goodwill did the job, and everyone was on their toes to help.
This one incident which has shaken you and shattered you to the core means what it could be.
When I saw those visuals there were so many of them, people lost lives on the railway tracks, in the truck accidents, on the road, in the auto rickshaw. I remember when I was trying to help all these families who lost their lives, I got the detailed, most saddest part of our history of this whole COVID movement.
And these migrant workers, like when moving city to city on a highway, when the hand came from your end and it has reached out to so many people, and they all gonna be thankful for you for that.
I feel blessed. I now believe that I came to Mumbai to become an actor, but this is the best role I ever played.
We have seen you with Rajini sir in Chandramukhi. So when that going to happen again?
I started my journey from Tamil industry, but I'm really looking forward again walking on the streets of Vadapalani, Nungambakkam, T Nagar, having this filter coffee and that idli sambars and uttapams of Chennai, and I'm sure that will happen soon. I've worked with most of them. I worked with Ajit, I worked with Vijay, I worked with Rajini sir. Suriya, we haven't done a film together.
When are you going to enter politics? Vanakkam Sonu bhai, welcome to Chennai and welcome to Kollywood. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
வணக்கம், நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா?
நல்லா இருக்கேன். நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
நல்லா இருக்கு.
I have to ask you this question. We have seen you with Rajini sir in Chandramukhi, but with no dialogues, there's no conversation between you both guys. So when that going to happen again?
I don't know. I always believe actors never choose their movies, but it's movies that choose an actor to play a part. I've done my bit. I started my journey from Tamil industry with Kannada with Vijay. That's the first time I ever faced a camera in Madurai, I remember. And now, after doing films in so many languages, I still feel it's just a beginning. Lots to do, lots to learn. But I'm really looking forward again walking on the streets of Vadapalani, Nungambakkam, T Nagar, having this filter coffee and that idli sambars and uttapams of Chennai, and I'm sure that will happen soon.
Right, sir. And one actor you would like to work with in Kollywood, or what? It can be one or two also. It may be more than one.
I've worked with most of them. I worked with Ajit, I worked with Vijay, I worked with Rajini sir, and I think me and Suriya, we haven't done a film together, and I met him a couple of times. He's one of the nicest guy I've come across, and maybe one film with Suriya, who knows.
So we are looking forward for that. In this 2020, the lessons you have learned and one thing you wish to forget.
The biggest lesson that we all need to learn also is something called humanity. When we go to our schools as kids, I feel that we have a history chapter, mathematics, biology, a lot of things. But I feel after this whole pandemic thing, there should be a lesson of humanity, which should be mandatory. Everyone should know what exactly you should do in life. When you grow up, you have to help others. You have to really do something very, very positive, which can bring a change in someone's life. So I think that's one thing which I've learned, and I totally believe that once this pandemic is over, people are going to come out stronger. We'll have a better India. We'll have better mindsets, and we just have to hope for the best. Yeah.
So one thing we should like to forget totally.
Forget all the negativity that we experience. Whether I know people have lost their loved ones. People were not able to see their loved ones for the last time. And I think all these things, people have lost their jobs. Financially, everyone has been hit. So I think we need to forget everything. We need to maybe restart everything from the scratch.
Tell me about this. I'm sure that you have spoke about this enough in all other interviews of yours. And when it comes to state borders, international borders, airlifting, so much of paperwork is going inside to it. But I'm sure that you're getting knowledge of that by Googling it out. But how much time you spend on it, and what are the difficulties you faced while you getting them those things?
Like I said, when we started the whole journey with the migrants, sending them back to their homes, I remember we took the guidelines of various states, whether UP, Bihar, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, MP, lot of places. Every state had different guidelines. People can travel, people can come, people can't enter at these in those timelines. So we somehow I made that roadmap. I spoke to different authorities, police, doctors, nodal officers of all these states. And when I started sending people back to the homes, and I had all those permissions, and those permissions were a process. I've said umpteen times, it was like a nightmare, when you want to get those permissions, especially during lockdown, getting people from different parts of the city to a bus stop or to a railway station or to a airport. So that was a challenging fact. And sometimes when those buses enter a particular state, they're stopped at the state borders. Then you have to make few calls, and again you have to release those people, because you're dealing with human lives. They have put the whole trust on you, and they're traveling back to their villages. So once the whole process started, in a week's time, everyone in the country knew that I was helping all these migrants, and also the word spread, which made life easy for me. I used to call any DM, ADMs, DGPs of any state. They said, "Hey, yeah, Sonu, it's your bus. Okay, no worries. Let them enter." So that really helped me a lot. And again, when I thought that I've been able to send all these migrants back to their homes, then suddenly that international requests started pouring in. Okay, people from Kyrgyzstan. I remember there were 4,000 medical students in Kyrgyzstan, and they messaged that that they have lost one of their colleague there because of COVID, and the parents were getting worried, and they said, we need to come back, and you're the only hope. And I remember, it was around about 11:30, 12 in the night. I messaged one of them that, okay, I'm trying my level best, and I'll try my level best to get back to our country. In those 4 hours, I got almost 200 calls from different students in Kyrgyzstan, and they said, "Sir, we just got to know that you're trying, and please make it happen. We're really worried." And then the whole process started, and in 4 to 5 days, I was able to get them back, and all those 4,000 students were evacuated. And then Kyrgyzstan started, then Uzbekistan people started getting in touch. Then Kazakhstan people started getting in touch. Then people from Russia connected, people from Philippines, people from Ukraine, all these countries, Canada. So I felt that this is another moment, which is in huge numbers. And when you're dealing with those international borders, you have to speak to these embassies, ambassadors in India, Indian embassies. So it was, very challenging, but I'm glad that, again, a little bit of my goodwill did the job, and everyone was on their toes to help. And now, as you're talking, just a flight landed from Philippines, the first flight, and now there are many more coming in next 2 to 3 days.
I won't be surprised if I get a call from Lebanon for help also, sir.
Yeah, I just got a call from Lebanon. I'm already working on the details, and there are a lot of people in Lebanon. But I'm trying my level best to make that happen also. If we get the right numbers and the right, we are in the rules where I can fly them out. So I'll definitely get them out from Lebanon also.
So that's like, I'm praying that should happen. And what are all the efforts what you're putting in to get the people out there? It will definitely happen, brother. And moving forward, like you have started many things, like one after another, like free meal and your projects back to back. How big is your team is working on all this?
Half of the team I never met in my life. And like I said, we're just, I knew names. Okay, there's a girl called Ashma, there's a girl there's a boy called Karthik. But someone lives in Kanpur, someone lives in Assam, someone lives in different part of the country, and we are just connected. They always used to ask me how to proceed. I said, wherever, when we assign a job, okay, you send these mails to these authorities, and if you get stuck anywhere, just feel free to call me, and I'll make that happen. So after a couple of evacuations, everyone got trained. They knew how to handle it, and a lot of people. In different states and different countries thought that they are speaking to Sonu Sood, because they saved that name as Sonu Sood, and they said, "Acha, Sonu Sood, sir, yeah, please get us. And I speak to most of them on Zoom calls, because otherwise they don't believe that, okay, actually Sonu is helping us, get out of the country. So yeah, it's a process, but once you take one mission, you have to make sure it goes right.
Definitely. So by doing all these works, I'm sure people would have asked, when you're going to enter politics? Do you have an answer for that by?
No, I've no intentions as of now, because as an actor, I need to still do a lot of things which I dreamt of doing when I came to Mumbai. And I think what I've done because I was not in politics. I didn't have to ask anyone. I didn't have to take permissions from do this, and I never spoke to anyone. I never asked anyone. I went out and I did my job. So the biggest lesson I would like to tell and give it to everyone is that you don't need to enter politics to help others. You can do your bit, even staying as a common man. The tendency of a human mind is you tend to put things on others. Okay, man, we are paying taxes. Why the government is not helping us? It's a job of an MLA, MP, or MLC. They have to do this job. But I have realized in this pandemic that you have to act as a government. You have to say, okay, I'm the MLA, I'm the MP. I have to do my bit. I have to get people together, make this thing happen, and then you see how fast the things move. When things only get stalled when you depend on others. Okay, man, this guy is not doing his job, and we crib and we say, yeah, no one is doing anything. So I think we need to change those approaches in life.
So in this 2020, there's so many things have been happening. Every day we wake up to some news. This one incident which has shaken you and shattered you to the core means what it could be, if you could quickly recollect.
I would say the initial stages of pandemic, when I saw those visuals of in millions, with little kids, they were crying, when someone approached them, and I thought those visuals will stay with me forever. It was very sad to see all these people suffer. A lot of people lost their lives in accidents, trying to reach back to their families. So I feel this is something which is which will remain one of the most saddest part of our history of this whole COVID movement. And there were so many of them. People lost lives on the railway tracks, in the truck accidents, on the road, in the auto rickshaw. I remember when I was trying to help all these families who lost their lives, I got the details from Uttar Pradesh. There used to be a guy, okay, this guy is Ram Kishan. The person only left in the family is the wife, Rajini. This is a mobile number. This is a bank account number. And how he lost his life, because he was with his son. He wanted to, he got down from an auto, and suddenly a truck came and, hit this family, and there were no more. So I thought that, it's so sad that these poor guys, they never realize that when they are, putting so much of effort, walking hundreds and thousands of kilometers, and when they're about to reach their villages, and they are not able to complete their journey. So I think that will remain the saddest part of COVID 2020.
So I can't thank you enough, because you have no idea the kind of help you're stretching out. When all these things initially started, international media was trolling about our country. I have the footages with me. When these migrant workers, like when moving from city to city, city to city on a highway, they were literally trolling. But when the hand came from your end and it has reached out to so many people, and they all gonna be thankful for you, for the entire life, including me. Thank you so much, bye, for that.
Thank you so much. I don't know why it happened. I feel God chose me as a catalyst to do all what I could do, and I feel blessed. I now believe that I came to Mumbai to become an actor, but this is the best role I ever played, and I'm thankful to God that Almighty helped me achieve what I could do in last 120 days.
Right. So I'm sure this channel of help is not going to stop with it. It's going to just going to come after and after and after.
Brother, I'm on the phone from morning till night. The number of requests have multiplied. There are different kind of requests. Someone wants to get admitted in the hospital. Someone wants an injection. Someone wants books. Someone wants you send a tractor to someone. There are orphans in the villages in Telangana, Andhra, Punjab. So I would say I don't know how it's going to end, but I am happy that I'm able to do it. I want to continue this forever. It's not something that I will stop. I know people will get busy. I'll also get busy as an actor, but I'm planning the way that it should cater to anyone who approaches. Like I realized when I used to send these migrants back to their homes, I used to ask them, when are you going to come back? Everyone had one question that said, "Jab job mil jayega, hum log aa denge whenever we'll get a job." So then I started working on that Pravasi Rozgar that I started, in which I said, I'll provide job to everyone. I'll try to provide job to everyone. And when I started, in no time, we had almost 1 million people approached us, got registered with us. I spoke to a lot of people. We have a tie-up with almost 9 to 10,000 schools, skill development, a lot of things we're doing it. And a lot of corporates have joined hand. They said, we want to help all these migrants come back, and we are ready to take 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh people. So yeah, it's looking good. It's looking very nice, and I'm sure it'll take maybe 6-8 months to properly channelize all things. But I'm sure the way we are planning, there will be a different word in coming days. Yeah.
Please, I'm waiting for that. And and there's the last question which I would like to ask you: is there any unfulfilled dream of yours? Because you've been like helping so many people, but there's will be something of yours which is still has not yet met.
I won't say a dream. People say, so a lot of people ask me what kind of role you want to play. They used to, before the whole pandemic started, what kind of role that you want to do, a kind of a dream role. I always used to say that, I want to play a superhero, some kind of a superhero which, who can fly, who can do a lot of things which are not possible. But I'm glad that I could do this, and now I don't have any wish to do anything. I think God should just give me strength to do what I'm doing now. I could, bring some change in the lives of people. And I think that's what I wish, and that's what I pray, that, just keep guiding me right. And I hope, like I have families in every state now, where they talk about Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Uttarakhand, wherever. And I just want to stay connected with all those people. I was connected in all these 3-4 months. And I think I can't ask for anything more.
And thank you so much, sir, for your time. And thank you.
So thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and just keep rocking always, brother.
Sure, bro. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.